Have you ever had the feeling that you were capable of more? There was more of you to give, and yet you've held yourself back. I see this everywhere, in coaching, with teams, in my own life. How often we all play small, smaller than we are. Hi, this is Jean Marie Jobs, Executive Coach and Trainer for Novus Global. If you stay with me for this short series, I can promise you, you're going to find ways that you've been playing small. Maybe places that you can't see, places you've normalized up until now. What does it mean to play small? It means to withhold your voice, your participation, to pretend you're all in when really you're holding quite a bit back. And hey, we've all done it.
The question is not, am I playing small in my life, whether it's personal or professional? The question is really about where in my life am I playing small?
And the hardest part is when we're playing small, whether it's out of fear, avoidance, it usually feels completely justified. We've got all kinds of stories to back up our reasons why we should be playing small. Number one, you underestimate your abilities. You look at your abilities and you keep telling yourself, I don't know enough, I haven't had enough success, I'm not sure, and you let your self-doubt, or sometimes your perfectionism, keep you from moving forward in this narrative that there's never enough, I always need to take one more class, get one more degree, learn one more thing, have one more success, not out of an earnest desire to grow, but out of a fear that my abilities aren't what they need to be.
I had a client who believed that she needed to get certified or go back to school or needed to really go and attend these courses to get this promotion. And in one of our sessions, I was like, well, have you ever considered what it would be like if you didn't need any of those? Have you ever asked the people that are making those decisions if that's needed? Well, no. And I was like, well, hey, let's just imagine that you didn't need any of that in order to get the role. What would be our next steps? Who would you talk to? What would you go after? And it was crazy because getting out of her own way started to play a bigger game. They ended up actually giving her the promotion in 3 months' time. And then 6 months later, she was elevated to senior director of marketing in her big corporation. And Amazing. She's without any of these degrees. And wow, you saved yourself a lot of time and money. And she's like, I was just playing small. I was like, oh, you had it in you the whole time.
The whole time. Yeah, that's so good. Number two, you avoid risk or new opportunities. Now, if you're living in this self-judgment or fear or doubt, new opportunities can look threatening. They can look like opportunities to fail or to be exposed. And while we're busy avoiding risk, we're also avoiding growth. We're never finding out what we're actually capable of.
You know, we have a neighbor who's really one of my best friends. Him and his wife put heart and soul, all of their life savings into starting food truck businesses, a fleet of food trucks. They do the ice cream, they do the pizza, and they've built it to where they're booked out pretty much every week and every weekend now. And they're wanting to go on this vacation and they can't because they've booked this event. And I was just like, hey, like what would it look like if you guys had someone else run the food truck so you guys can go out? And they're like, whoa, like, you know, and there's like a lot of fear that they might not get their product right or someone else might mess it up or they won't care about it the same way we care about it. And it wasn't like, hey, you guys are playing small, but the thought was where we get stuck when we've achieved so much and we've done the thing that we set out to do and we couldn't believe that it's working and we booked these events. And so sometimes I find myself playing small in the ways that I'm winning.
Number three, you dim your strengths to fit in. You don't want to stand out. Some places in the world is called the tall poppy syndrome. You don't want to be the tallest poppy in the field because the tallest poppy gets their head cut off. And there is a backstory that sounds like, I don't want to stand out too much. I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. I don't want to look like a show off. In many ways, this is just a game that we play with ourselves to lower other people's expectations, to stay safe, just in case somebody would take a shot at us. You know what? We don't shrink because we have to. We shrink sometimes because we don't want to stand out.
We're often playing small in a way we don't know we're playing small, number one. But number two, like we're telling ourselves stories that allow us to be right about the reasons of why we're playing small.
Playing small is not who you are. It's something that you've learned. And anything that you've learned can be unlearned. It can be changed. There is a brand new possibility available for you right now. In the next video, we'll look at a few more ways this shows up and how it might be impacting your life without you even realizing it. Share this video with somebody that you think would be really, really supported by it.